Where's this camera? The camera's here. Ladies and doing the victory dance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of East Meets West. And before we get into the festivities, we want to send a special shout out, prayers to our boy Corbin. His mother is going through some things, some family stuff. So y'all send some
Yes.
prayers up, and just pray for everybody that's in need around y'all too. Now, let's get to this game right here. Wait, did you want to start somewhere else or straight to the game?
No. We'll talk
Straight to the
about
game. Okay,
this
man.
road trip
I mean,
that they've
I
had.
don't, I don't want to sound like a broken record before I get into breaking it down, but there's one thing I will point out about this team.
Okay.
They can be bullied, and they have the ability to bully, like, and don't realize it. I feel like they play so like disciplined in a sense as far as what they're supposed to be doing within the offense. Because you could tell Natalie Nakase, like, she got this figured out. Like, it's so much I want to get into with that. But before I go into the whole breakdown, like, I just wanted to throw that out there. Like, go for it, girls. Just be bullies. But yeah, so today the Valkyries just defeated the Chicago Sky. Yes, 73-66. And just going down this stat sheet, it's the usual suspects. Veronica Burton, 18, 4, 7 assists, bro. Like, Janelle Salon, bro. I'm so impressed with her, bro. 16, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal. 2 for 4 from that tray. Carla Lake, ladies and gentlemen. Carla Lake, 11 points, a board assist, steal, block. She shot a little bad, but just imagine more of those shots were going down. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna talk about Timmy and Kate. Kate made that nice 3 though.
Yeah.
Ileana Repair, 14 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal. And I want to address somebody who came at me talking about who is she? And I'm like, you don't know who she is? Like, you'll find out. And I hope they getting to find out. It's like, man, some of them Facebook groups I be in. It ain't no Twitter stuff because y'all would see
Was it
was
it a genuine question? Maybe they just really don't know who she is.
I had I tweeted it into a Valkyries. No, it wasn't a Valkyries thing. It was just one of the regular, you know how they be talking crap. You know, people like to talk shit.
Okay,
so,
see, I hate people like that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, so he's like, who is she? And I'm like, bro, if I put her name right here, if you really love ball and you don't know who she is, just go search her. All you got to do is hold her name and hit search. You ain't even got to type it in nowadays. You know what I mean? So stop being fucking ignorant, y'all. Like, learn who the players are because they are all good. Like, this is not the NBA where it's 450 players. You know what I mean? So trust, they fighting for expansion and roster expansion for a reason.
Yes.
So, yeah. So yes. I'm going on a tangent because I've just been excited. We ain't did this in a while, so it's just good to see us too. What are your thoughts on this game, sir? Before I go crazy
about this specific game?
Yeah, or just anything you want to point out, because I'm gonna keep rambling. I just love it. I got talking points for a couple players.
Well, I mean, again, like obviously the Valkyries, they came out of the All-Star break.
What's up, Brandon?
kind of very uninspiring, right? They suffered like their biggest blowout loss in their young franchise history. So that didn't really set the tone well for what was the beginning of a 5-game road trip. And yet since then, what have they done? Yes. They have grinded. Mm-hmm. They have like literally fought tooth and nail to 3 straight victories.
Yes.
And that's why when you say like they can be bullied, I mean, I suppose, but like in what manner? Because I don't think they've gotten punked once.
Just not punks. Just, you know how me and you were talking back and forth yesterday. Like, I'm like, this game should be a wrap unless they allow.
I don't know. You know me. I don't agree with you there.
Okay.
I don't, because again, I tell you, they don't have, the broadcast as bad as they were.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know who that broadcast. I'm not sure if that's like Chicago's home broadcast.
Yeah,
so sorry if you are okay. Well, I don't think they're particularly good. You can tell basically they really have no clue who the Valkyries players are. Yeah. And whoever is doing production is not actually like giving them the right info, And like, dude, yeah, American players. How can you not pronounce their names correctly? Like, I don't know. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Point is that like nothing's going to change my opinion in the sense that, like, I don't think that this Valkyries team, as they're currently constructed, they are not a dynamic offense. Like, and getting hot is not dynamic. No.
Right.
So when you say, like, oh, look, it's a lot of the same action. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It is. But I mean, they execute it fairly well. I mean, again, to what they're capable of. But beyond that, I guess where I'm trying to go with is, as the broadcast, one of the things they did say that I agreed with was that this Valkyries team, they do have a definitive formula for winning, which is that they have to slow down the tempo of the game, like for both teams. So that's why I adamantly disagree with you. When you say they're bullied, fuck no.
No, I mean on defense. Just on defense.
How?
Just because they're not
limiting the number of field goal attempts and field goal percentage, then how are they being bullied?
Like they're in grinded out games because their offense isn't dynamic and because their defense has to be. It's still stifling. But I mean,
that is how
I'm
are they
talking
being
just
bullied,
physicality then? Only. You know
how
what
are they
I mean?
being bullied? How are they fucking being bullied? If the rest of the league is complaining about us trying to be too physical, how are we being bullied? I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, it's
chalk that up to semantics.
It's real. It's
cool.
I love because I love their defense. I mean, in certain moments, like it's certain moments in the game where things could go this way, but it's like if they don't hurry up and stack up on whoever's about to get the ball off the block inside the paint, then they can, you know what I mean? It's like Kiki Earth and boom, and then she just up. You know what I mean? Like I look at that as a bullying. Like, so they have to be like really sharp as they are on defense. It's just like, for instance, if me and you are playing, let's say 3-on-3 with some people, and if you get down there, you could cook the shit out of your man 1-on-1, boom. But if you get down there, they got to stack up on you. You got to either make a quick move or it's a wrap. That's what their defense is to me. You know what I mean? Like you have to make a quick move. You have to. That's the only way. Because the Valkyries are that good. But it's like if you could get down there real quick, hurry up and make your move, you can do you. I'm not saying that against them. I'm just saying that's the only thing that I see.
I don't know.
Again, that's different from what we've been talking about.
I don't see this as being bullied, but okay. You know, I mean, if you're trying to say it like what, like not even out hustled. What is that then?
It's not really a negative thing. It's just a physicality thing. That's it.
No, but I do take exception because I think they would take exception to that. Because I think they are arguably the most physical team in the league. That doesn't necessarily mean they're I mean, statistically, they are actually, I think, the second best defense in the league.
Yeah.
And going back to my point, right, they play at the absolute now, and I'm pretty sure it stays the same after tonight. Coming into tonight, they play at the slowest pace, right?
Yeah.
But again, how is it then that even the best offenses in the league end up playing, right, at a snail's pace against us? You know, that's why I'm saying, like, I don't know. Like, I find this to be extremely interesting. Which again, in terms of a team that's looking to not only build an identity, but build something sustainable that they can improve upon in the offseason.
Right.
I think defensively, this is where it gets really interesting. I think the foundation or the defensive floor is very high because, as we'll get into it now, I mean, we can talk about the games itself, but I mean, let's not dance around. We never actually, at least here on East Meets West, we didn't really get an opportunity to address it. But, you know, unfortunately, the Valkyries team leader and all-star, Kayla Thorne, she is out for the season after sustaining a knee injury. She had surgery, you know, and I think a lot of people, I was actually surprised when I would listen to, like, you know, sports talk radio and, you know, just like other Valkyries related podcasts. They had a lot of people saying that they felt that, like, they'd feel KT's loss more on defense than offense, which no, I completely disagree. I mean, I think she was the only one capable of actually doing anything off script, like consistently. You know, defensively, make no mistake, she was definitely a big part of our defense. But as I believe Brandon just said, he's saying most improved. But furthermore, Veronica Burton is our defensive anchor. So that's why, at least, like, I know it's easy now to say on a 3-game winning streak, but I didn't feel we would completely collapse defensively as long as she's there. Yeah. Because again, I think she's truly emerging as one of the best point of attack defenders in the league. Okay. And I know, like, whether it's NBA, WNBA, right? There are a lot of, when I say philosophical, I mean like, coaching philosophy, right? What is prioritized more? What's more important? Is point of attack, like perimeter defense, more important, or is rim protection? Perhaps we all have our own opinions, but as I've been telling people who have been asking me, like, just put it this way, right? If you have a really, really, really good perimeter defense, right? Spearheaded by a great point of attack defender, doesn't need a switch, right? Doesn't need help, right? Can always stay in front of their man. Then a great point of attack defense can mask some rim protection deficiencies. Like if you don't really have a stout, rim protector or paint protector, right? If you're not allowing easy dribble penetration, if you're not allowing them to break the paint, right? You can kind of get away without having an elite rim protector. On the flip side, an elite rim protector does not help your perimeter defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, like, in the absence of the Valkyries, no, we do not have a traditional like rim protector. Though, if you really think about it, not too many teams do, but still, right? That's why I felt that they would not, they wouldn't really collapse defensively. And obviously, so far, it's looking good. I mean, yeah, they got blasted against Connecticut, but I feel like that was like, their own doing, a lot of like self-inflicted turnovers and stuff like that. We don't need to get into that.
Right.
But moving forward, I still think, again, as we're seeing, as even Natalie Nakasse addressed the other day, it's like, yeah, they have the ability to execute like out of their base sets. They have the ability, right? With obviously with Natalie Nakasse and her coaching staff, they can draw some great like design plays, some ATOs, sideline out of bounds. But in crunch time against a set defense, this is where, again, why is it that it's always like they're running into a brick wall, right? Again, the lack of an actual shot creator, someone who could actually do something with a live dribble. We don't really have that. I give a lot of credit to the people stepping up, but you see what their limitations are, which is why we end up inevitably, like, it's just really difficult to be able to sustain that type of offensive momentum when you don't really have that personnel, So moving forward, it's going to be really interesting. I mean, now we've seen some creative ways these last 3 games, but again, right? We shot out to an early lead here. I don't know what our biggest lead was. I want to say like maybe like 7. I think at one point we were up 7. Yesterday against, who did we play yesterday? Washington,
yeah.
Right? We were up like what, 17?
17, yeah.
Right? And then even against Atlanta, I believe we had like what, a 10, 12-point lead. And it's still, see, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, to me, like when those turnovers occur in the fourth, again, it's because nobody's able to get like clean separation, like you see it. If it's Carla Late or Janelle, like they know when they have a step on their defender. And if they don't, they find themselves having to kick it back out to reset the action. But that's when, like, teams are getting their hands in the passing lanes. You see what I'm saying? So that's why, like, this is not, to me, it's not carelessness.
No, it's just them trying to figure it out. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you could say figure it out. I don't like when people say that. That means, like, it's just something that can, like, be inherently, like, fixed. I don't think so.
It's more of a growth thing. You know what I mean? No. Like they have to, they have such a young, I don't know. I'm just so high on Janelle Salon because I like that she's actually, like, her confidence been skyrocketing, bro. And some of the shots she's been taking, I'm still thinking she's gonna make them. You know what I mean? And they look like circus shots, but I'm just like, okay, let's go. And then she made like the game winner shot, like she made against was it Atlanta or was it Connecticut?
No, we got blasted by Connecticut, so it's probably Atlanta.
Who was? No, I'm thinking of Washington. Was it Washington that she hit that turnaround? Like, I'm like, bro, like, who is she? Who is she right now? Because she is, to me, that piece that we're looking for, like that primary offensive piece, is just she's got to figure it out. You know how they say about young
I don't
players,
think she will be.
Once they
like
figure it out.
No, realistically, I think her ceiling is someone as like as a second option.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say what I think
stop being
about
a homer
her.
for a second and really think about it. No. See,
I
if
just
you're
like
making her a first
love Janelle
option, same
Salam,
thing
bro.
with Carla. Like they're all playing up, not a position. They're all playing up one tier above where they should be in the pecking order, or more, really, right now. You know, but that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. That's like me saying like Kayla McBride's better suited to be a number 2 option. That is, I think, true. That doesn't mean she's not good. You know, you can be elite player and be, you know,
I'm blaming you. I'm blaming you. You made me fall in love with all of these players. You was like, yeah, guess who we getting? I'm like, yeah, who's the roster? Yeah, this is the roster now. And I've been hype ever since, bro. Especially the players that you guys let go of, but then brought back. And then like, and even Kyla Charles is like really how I see the Valkyries right now is they are interwoven, interconnected. Like the way that the players have been, how the roster is set up, is like this player can kind of do this like this player, but this player could do this like that player. And then it just keeps going down. Like each player could kind of flow into the other one. And I think that's what makes it work so much within this offense. You know what I mean? At least that's just my observation. It might be excitement. I might be being a homer bias, but
on that note. So again, why is because we have a couple things to address here. Why is Kayla Charles? Why was she signed, or why is she on this team? Literally, right? And the reason is, again, for those who are maybe like wondering why did she even like suit up today and why was she playing? Right? Kayla Charles was signed to a 7-day hardship contract because in addition to Kayla Thornton being out for the season, Monique Billings is out for at least 3 weeks. And then Cecilia Zandalicini, she got hurt, I want to say against Atlanta. Like late, like the final couple like seconds, really, like the final, like, which is crazy because she made the game winner on a bum foot. Right. But again, you're playing on a momentum, adrenaline, right? You're playing on adrenaline rush, right? Despite the neon green device that was thrown in her vicinity, on a possession prior.
Man, stop throwing that stuff.
Take that off.
That's like targeting, bro. You said no.
No. I'm not going to entertain stupid trade idea or like draft ideas. No. Okay. But anyway, whatchamacallit? No, but Kayla Charles. So yeah, I mean, I actually have some like not conspiracy theories, but like why Kayla Charles? No. Like, okay, obviously, right? Think about it, because everyone's like, okay, like you could kind of like just kind of like spitball, right? Like you could just brainstorm the number of or like the list of free agents, right? Players that were just recently released that could have been signed. So why Kayla Charles, right? Because honestly, let's be real. Like, I don't know how much you really paid attention, but like the reaction to it on social media was largely negative, because the perception of Kayla Charles from her recent stint at Dallas was that they felt that she was kind of like, not particularly great, reputation being like taking a lot of ill-advised shots, smoking layups, and probably really just, not seeing the court well, especially in the open court. So again, the Atlanta game was what, 3 days ago, right? It was 3 days ago.
More than that, like
4 days ago.
Yeah.
Right. Point being is, I mean, Cecilia Zandalicini didn't play last night.
Right.
But she wasn't officially ruled out today. I guess what I'm trying to say is like there was ambiguity with, let's say, like the condition of her foot. Like, oh shit, right? Like she's not going to be ready for this game. She's not going to be ready for, the next game. So I guess where I'm trying to go with was they needed to sign someone like at the snap of a finger. Like, I don't think they actually had a lot of time to do a comprehensive search for a hardship player And so when that happens, right, you need to get someone, right, to where the team is, right, on a moment's notice. Where were they last night? Washington, D.C., right?
Yeah.
Where is Kayla Charles from? She wasn't on a team. She's originally from Maryland.
Hey, we need somebody right now.
That is the theory I'm operating on. Like, I'm sure, like, they've done scouting work. Like, they have, right? Every team has professional scouts, right? They scout like actual like veteran free agents. All I'm saying is, I think possibly out of convenience, like, she was there. She was already there. Like, they knew they could get her on. So, but going back to what you're saying, I think this is not just about Kayla Charles, but more about, I got to give flowers to Natalie Nakase. Like, Kayla Charles played 16 minutes tonight. She closed both halves.
Yeah.
She has not practiced 1 second with the team. The first time she met the team was walking to the locker room to get changed.
See, man, but that's why I said what I said about the interwovenness. Keep going.
No, exactly. No. I'm actually like trying to expand off your point. What I'm saying is, like, I had already, like, people were like very negative. So, I tried to be a little bit more optimistic earlier this morning. Right. And I'm like, well, I mean, okay. She wasn't a particularly good, like, 2 or 3 with Dallas, but I was like, this is going to sound even funnier. Like, she's going to be a 4 with the Valks. Right. Because again, like, if you look at the way
they stretch,
Natalie Nakase uses Janelle Salon and Shelley Zandalicini, when they play together, right, they're basically like interchanging between the 3 and the 4. And I was like, okay, Zandalicini's out. Now put Kayla Charles in to take over. Like, that's literally what she did.
Right.
Like, make no mistake, big prime props to Kayla Charles. She did exactly everything I'd hope she would do. Like, be a crazy ass, like, just cause chaos in the second line of the defense, right? Be a weak side defender, be ready to trap, try to get in, try to terminate, ball handlers' dribble, try to get in the passing lanes, crash the glass. She did all of it. And then she even made like a 3, nice little layup, but again,
and
she the Natalie Nakase magic is pretty crazy right now. Like, she's literally like, no, like, there's been no communication. You could be just like, okay, Caitlin Chen, like, Clay Bibby, they at least went to training camp, like, they have some kind of familiarity. Ariel Powers had like at least 2 days to practice with the team. Bree Hall had like a day or 2 to practice. Right? No, Kayla Charles literally just got out of her car and walked into the,
like, here, take my car home. I'm about to get on the bus with them.
And they even let her do the dance in the opening dance line. She was the featured player. I'm just saying, like, it's like, you talk about coaching. And I can't say that, like, oh, I'm an experienced, like, head coach, but I think what a lot of players, especially former players, when they talk about their best experiences with the coaching staff, one of the key words that always comes up is communication.
Right.
Communication, like, both clarity and candor. And I don't know, man, like, you'd have to imagine Natalie Nakase and her coaching staff, and perhaps like the front office, like they have to have really communicated their idea to her really well, and to all these other like players that have come in on hardship contracts.
Right.
Because I mean, like, everyone's contributed.
Yeah.
Like, not a single one has looked bad.
Exactly.
Right? Like,
yep.
And so I mean, I know it's only one game, but no, it's just, again, in terms of, when people saying like, oh, is she fit for this job? And, dude,
they can shut up with that.
So I think that's pretty much quieted down now. But in terms of, like, you said, like, the coach of the year race, like, man,
she should win it. Do you know what I mean? And
I mean,
going back to Kayla, like, she, to me, like, when I say the interwovenness, like, I seen her in some of the sets that, like, Janelle Salon would be in, or kind of what they want Letitia Amihere to do. You know what I mean? Like, Letitia Amihere. Because what was the play? It was a play like when she just hit her first 3. she kind of felt like, to me at the time, she would be kind of like standing in for Cecilia at that time. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean by the interwoven. It's like Natalie and her staff did on offense. It seems like they own that offense particularly, stirring a pot. Like, okay, well, that in the third, like through a couple plays or something that are like, do you know how to? I said, like, I love what this team. I anticipated this team doing what they're doing now because I love their
14-13. Yeah,
yeah.
You give the players their flowers first.
Yeah,
but it's just like at no point tonight. Like I was like, because again, like maybe because like, I don't know, like out of like, I don't want to say pity in a bad way. Right. But it's like, okay, like I felt like the Kayla Charles bashing was a little too excessive, like at least for my taste. Like I didn't really understand it. It's like, okay,
I'm glad I didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, like I get it, right? Like for know, I think there's a number of levels. You know me, I've been like covering the Dallas Wings this season, and I get it. Because I was very critical of her play too, mostly because one, I didn't like the way she was being used, and two, the way she was being used was pretty much preventing the players who should have been in that role, from getting minutes, right? Because I get it, like she was the veteran, you know, like she'd been there, but like, you know,
stabilizer
as it's. But again, like to me, I give her like, yeah, it's like I'm only going to evaluate her as a Valkyrie, and in this very, very small sample, not only did she do like extremely well, but I mean, again, like I think what really the reason why like I'm so strung up on this is at no point did she look lost.
No,
like at all,
at all. She didn't.
Like that's why it's like, whoa, and that's why again, like. As you said, interwoven. I don't think it's just the players. It's again interwoven
it's
with the
entire
the coaching staff.
Yeah.
And so I can't help but again like keep crowing about Natalie Nicosia because like I don't like again. You look at the record. You look really at how like even though again Natalie Nicosia, the players themselves, they'll admit like especially offensively, it's not pretty.
Right.
Like the Valkyries do not play a pretty style of basketball, but they're playing the way
it's
that
nice when they're making them threes.
Yeah, no, of course, right? Dude, we'll get to making threes in a second. But I guess what I'm trying to get at is that like it's just I don't like it's they're talented. They're clearly talented, but like I don't want to say like plug and play in the sense that like just any random person can come in. But I mean like they're really getting the best out of everyone.
Perfect plug and play.
You know, I mean like I guess the one who maybe didn't fit in was like Kiara Linskins, but I don't even think that's because she was bad. She just like, you know, Monique Dillons got switched to center, you know, at the time and you know, and then Temi was, you know, having like started out like really hot this season. I don't know. I guess like, yeah, it's just, it's really crazy how like, oh, I guess that was my point, right? Like, I feel like we have to check ourselves at times that we are still an expansion team, right? But this is not, we said this from, again, the preseason, this is not going to be your typical expansion team. And holy shit, like, dude,
right. We said it. I mean, we said it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people slept on the Valkyries. They thought the Valkyries were going to be trash. They thought they would win like 5 games. And I'm like, no, was it, are they near? Did I say 16?
I think, yeah, you said I know. I remember your prediction was like, you said like, you just threw out the numbers and you also said you had a wide range.
Right.
Or something like that, or no, 17 to 23. That's it.
Right.
I mean, and, right. I don't knock on wood because every time we say that, like somebody gets hurt to win. Well, actually, just pause real quick, just because I want to just reiterate where I stand with this team. You know, again, like, this team. No, like, okay, yeah, sure, it's my quarter, but no, it's just like because people have asked me. Like, make no mistake, as the draft guy, yes. Like I will say that like long term, if I'm being quite honest, like this team would probably benefit more from being in the lottery than just getting in the playoffs as an 8 seed. We know we're probably going to be playing like Minnesota.
Yeah,
we're probably gonna get
good luck.
Maybe win one. I mean, I'm being very honest here. Like, it could be a competitive sweep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be attractive for the team too. You know what I mean?
I guess what I'm trying. The reason why I'm saying that is, again, like, it's just how backwards and flawed the lottery system is, right? We were the expansion team. We didn't even get lottery odds in our inaugural year. We didn't tank like most expansion teams do.
Right.
We did everything the right way. And again, we don't even get a shot at a lottery pick, assuming that the lottery format stays the same as it was last year. That really sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, and make no mistake, you know me, right? I won't go into too many specifics. I do like the players that I have ranked outside of the lottery. I still think they'd be great additions to the Valkyries, but still, right? If you believe the players potentially available at numbers 1, 2, and 3 are significantly better than 8, then yeah, that kind of sucks that the Valkyries would be. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I am in no way advocating for them to tank.
Yeah.
Just let this play out organically. Just let this play out organically. But the thing is like, I think they're in a good position either way. You see what I'm saying? Like, because tanking, and I'm like, dude, look at the way, especially now, the manner they're winning. Because I said, okay, from injuries, but I said from here on out, once KT went down, we need to prioritize the youth. Holy F, man. Who has been like kind of like either carrying us or putting us over the top, right? The French Connection. Okay. So specifically, as you said, Carla Late, Janelle Salon, and a little bit older, but I group her in there. I don't care. Like, Carla is doing this without a reliable jump shot right now.
Carla Late, Paige Light.
She took, and that was against like what? Rebecca Allen and Elizabeth Williams, right? Camping out, lurking by the rim, and she still beat both of them. So I mean, this is what I want. Like, I'm cool with them. Like, fine, make the playoffs, but again, prioritize the youth. You saw again today, Caitlin Chen, some big minutes. Kate Martin, you're seeing now again the full extent of her game, being able to be effective even when her shot's not going in. The first half, I think she was 0 and then she eventually found her rhythm in the second half, knocked down some shots, but more so, again, Natalie Nakase. Maybe some fans talked about it, but they didn't do it in Vegas, which is kind of ironic. Natalie Nakase was in Vegas, but last year she played primarily as a 2. And I said, I don't know. I think of the WNBA, she's a 3. Your favorite, like, oh, you move them to the 3.
Yeah, that's my
no,
issue.
but really, with Kate, I was actually having this conversation the other day, like not with Kate, but like with people about Kate Martin.
About Kate, yeah.
Yeah, like,
I know what you mean.
If you look at it, like, out of our base sets, because Caitlin is probably more of a combo guard, right? Like, she'll play 1 in the 2. Carla will play 1, right? Tip will play 2. If you really look at, like, where their minute distribution's going, right? Like, if you look at the way, if Caitlin Chen or Tip, when they're playing off ball, like, they're getting their catch and shoots through, like, split action or pin downs. Right? Whereas
wide open damn near.
Chelia or Kate Martin, the threes, the nominal threes, right? Theirs are coming out of like
the wings,
flex cuts.
Okay.
Or flare screens, right? Or they're the trail shooters. And it makes so much sense. And you see how much more comfortable Kate is getting her looks as a 3 as opposed to a 2. So again, coaching staff now, like, just they're getting it, man.
She got it, bro. I'm starting to feel like maybe that's the reason why the Aces are looking the way that they kind of look, because they weren't, not to switch teams, but Natalie Nakase, like, you take a coach like what she's showing right now, like, you had that as an assistant, like, okay, like, and it seems like she did take some of the principles, but what if it was hers to begin with? You know what I mean? As far as the way that the Valkyries play, because have that same green light like that, you know what I mean? It's different now. So it's like coaching changes were made, certain things changed on the floor. So not necessarily this offense, but it can because they are an expansion team. You know what I mean? So when the expansion team conversation is had, the WNBA will have something, as opposed to we always talking about NFL or NBA or you know what I mean? Like let the WNBA have something. Let them kind of start planting their feet and have something. So I want the Valkyries to do as good as they can this year. You know.
Yeah. Put up the recent comment.
What's the recent? I want the okay. What's up, Brandon? I want the Valks in the playoffs to send a message to other expansion teams to compete. Yeah, see, I mean, exactly.
I think that's a really good idea. However, the thing is that the Valkyries, they came in, and I'm not necessarily disagreeing with Brandon, but like I've actually been kind of thinking about this. It's like the Valkyries clearly showed at least a template, you know, like an idea of how you can go about roster building,
right?
You know, with limited resources. Now, having said that, you know, the Bay Area market, you know, and Valhalla is a very unique fan base, you know, compared to others. That's not to say like others aren't as good. It's
Come
just,
out with a name for the arena already, bro.
Yeah,
like,
you know, so what I'm saying is like, I don't think necessarily. So next year, so for example, Toronto and Portland, I mean, I like, they're great basketball cities, but you know, like, I don't think, you know, I'm sure they're going to have like their own identity and their own vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like, you know, I think other fan bases are very passionate, but you know, can you actually be selling out? I don't know. But I guess where I'm trying to go with this is the Valkyries came in on their own, right?
Y'all get y'all comments in here too, like Brandon. We this is what we talking about right now. Keep going, Con. My bad.
Yeah, no, but like next year we get 2 at the same time, right? Then we have like a gap year, and then we get 3 coming, right? What Detroit, Cleveland, Philly, right? What I'm trying to say is like, while I agree with Brandon, with multiple teams coming, like 5 teams coming in the next 3 years, basically
4, I think, right?
Or 4, right? Like, I guess what I'm trying to say.
No, you're right, because it's Portland and Toronto coming right now.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is like, it's still only going to be 8 teams that make the playoffs,
right?
So will we now be seeing actually teams, especially these expansion teams, take more, of an NBA
for Juju
roster building? Exactly, right. There's no incentive for them, and it's not just them. Go look at the stars of tomorrow, Jazzy Davidson, all of them, et cetera. You know,
when does Sarah Strong come out?
28.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'd be tanking.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's like, well, wait a minute. Like, it's different right now because they only added 1 more team.
Yeah, right.
So we basically just got to beat 5 teams, right? And we know like 1 for sure has no desire, right? Connecticut, right? But it's gonna be different when these other expansion teams come in, because they're like, well, wait a minute, like the numbers now are against us. Right now for the Valks, the numbers are in their favor to actually make a playoff push. You get which teams come in, like, are they more poised? Are they going to look at the landscape and be like, whoa, I don't know, whoever gets wherever, whatever, like Page and wherever Flauge are, and like, let's say for example, like 2 of them combine forces, right? Let's draft like an AZ Fudd or a Flauge Johnson, right? Or Awa Pham, Lauren Best, whatever. All I'm saying is like, by then they can identify who are the powerhouses of the WNBA. So if you're an expansion team, are you going to be like, hey, let's do what the Valkyries did and try to make like a Cinderella, push to the playoffs? Or like, no, man, this is a different era. We just got to take it.
I could agree with that, because it's been a long time since the W has had an expansion team. You know what I mean? So it's made it where they were the first. You know what I mean? So they got like, but I mean, all of the good that was available. At least
look how many people, right? I mean, I believe our over in Vegas was like what, 8.5 games for our win total.
I didn't see the odds.
I think
I wish I would have seen that. I would have put a huge bet in.
I think it might have closed a little higher, but no, we were pretty damn low, man.
So, yeah. I know, because people were saying 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like 5 games, like, come on, y'all. They're gonna win more than 5 games. Like, maybe y'all just don't look at it was just everything that we did, like the work that you and I did, just scouting the players, looking at the players, going over the players. You already probably knew, and you schooled me on a lot of them that I didn't know. And then knowing and understanding what Natalie Nakase was a part of and her implementation on certain things, and then seeing it now, it's just like, come on, fam. Like, I've seen this team at least getting 10, 12 games for sure. And that, but you heard what you tell me, I said 17 to 23. So hey, here we go. I did that prediction. Y'all better start sticking to me, man. They let them know about my predictions in that little NBA prediction. That came through too, but we ain't gonna switch up. Go ahead. What else you want to throw out?
No, tell who is I know. Okay, well, actually, no. Give me your veteran player or past player comps for our French women.
I'm not gonna say Janelle's.
I mean,
you already shut it down, so I'm not even gonna say it because you're gonna be like,
no,
what?
Did I? I'm sorry.
Yeah, let me dumb it down. What it would be. Let me put it in the frame of who somebody like that is. I'll get back around to her. Carla Lake to me is like Derrick Rose driving game.
Oh, okay. I said I was gonna say a WNBA player, but okay.
We can do a WNBA player.
No, actually, because I have a great NBA comp for Janelle, but I don't.
Oh, go for it. I want to hear it.
For Janelle?
Yeah. Kendrick Perkins. Who you about to say?
What, Janelle?
Deadlift strength. Who you about to say? There's got to be somebody that can stretch.
When she's on the block, which I feel she needs to do more.
Yes. Because she come off on that shot and just
the
way her wrist flick at the top,
her
bro.
step through, right?
Yeah.
Because of how like long her stride is.
Yeah.
There's a little Adrian Dantley.
Ooh, oh, he didn't throw it back.
Now, when she is isolated, okay, I'm not saying the way she does like the shoulder shiver.
Yeah.
Like from like 20 feet is very mellow like.
That's a good thing. Okay.
Yes, no, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Stylistically.
Mellow did
comparable impact, but yeah.
Yeah, because he did used to kind of go down and like that's kind of, I don't know. And then Kobe, I think it was Kobe that just really made the swing through a thing. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like, because it looks like that kind of action.
With Carla, I agree with you. Definitely like a D Rose first step.
Yeah, like just she's a bullet.
Past or present.
NBA comp for Carla, who was like beaming like that.
Okay.
Because there's so many people that were so much better just because if they were in her position, they could shoot. You know what I mean? So, but her speed, I can't. Who was just like blurring? It was somebody just blurring 10, 15 years ago. Like super blurring. Like, but I can't think of them because they weren't like champions. I don't know. I would have to come back on Carla. That's kind of deep because I just see her as a speed demon. I don't see her as much more than that right now.
Rupert, do you have a current player comp
for
Rupert? Obviously, our stretch five. I told you, dude. Is she not like a legit stretch five? Like those things go, man. She's like raining them, dude. You know what I'm saying? She got like. There is like no hesitation in her shot, man.
No, because she's a baller, bro. Like she ain't. People didn't know who she was. You know what I mean? And she's been in the league, and then she's been overseas, and she's been expanding her game. Like that's what they all have done. Like people need to understand that they not just playing on American television. Get on YouTube, y'all. Yeah. A comp. No, nobody off Detroit. No. Because she's not. I'm gonna have to dumb it down. It's hard to make WNBA comps for them because
she's like
the players. She's not. She's showing her three. You know what I mean? And she's decent fitting with the defensive schemes that they want to play. But comparing her right now, unless she had a more prominent role and couldn't do this consistently, like. No, because that'd be crazy too. Like You can't bring up nobody like Lobo or nobody like that's just too much.
I mean, I'll go like low. I don't know the way she moves. Like I don't know. She's like a more agile Steph Dolson. Like peak prime Steph Dolson. Like a more agile. She's definitely more agile.
Prime Steph Dolson. Well, damn.
So what is that, like Chicago years maybe? You know, that kind of turned back to the. No, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like, at least her best statistical year. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, like I think, yeah, like I said, I'm cool with whatever this season produces, whether we make a playoff appearance or not, as long as those players continue to get like consistent minutes. And for the most part, I don't think they're being spoon-fed minutes. I think at this point they're really justifying, being given the playing time and the responsibility, that comes with that playing time. Like it's, so.
I guess you could say, well, nah, I don't want to say. I'm still thinking about Ileana. I was gonna say maybe Bridget Carlton.
No,
but that's just on threes. It's hard because I need to see more. I need to see more.
That's what's crazy, like because Alana Smith is going to be a big, highly coveted free agent. I think like every team, like because she's probably like because she gets her look. She's like what 6'4", you know, like she's like a legit 6'4", you know. You're not going to see like a lot of like baseline drift from her. Yeah. So let's kind of recap because now we're like what 14 and 13, 27 games in. 27 player has already been decided. I think most people think it's Alicia Gray.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's fair.
Oh, okay. Like, I see what he mean. I see you, Brandon. I see you because Kelsey is kind of mean like that to just a dart. I can see that. I was thinking straight NBA.
Courtney Williams?
You know what?
Like, they're faster. Like she's fast. Like Carla is way fast. You saw it against when they went 1-on-1 with Kelsey Plum. Like she is faster.
Yeah.
Now granted Kelsey Plum's older, but still, I don't think Kelsey Plum ever had that kind of top end speed with a live dribble. But like you saw today, like Carla was like from like the deep, not even like she was like more like inside the sideline, not like way beyond the arc, and she just like
yeah.
So I don't know, but anyway, going back to it, the most improved player discussion.
Yeah,
we said it at the top of the show, but let's just kind of recap this because again, like, well, one, do you believe Veronica Byrne has a shot at all defensive team?
I think the like one or two. Yeah. Because she's just been good point of attack. You know what I mean? Defending the point of attack. Like I can't. I mean, other than what? Like maybe Jackie Young. I can't think of nobody that's been better than her. You know what I mean? And I don't know that Jackie Young's been doing it to that degree because I've been watching more Valkyries game than Aces games. Y'all forgive me. I have watched the Aces when Aja was going damn crazy, but. And before that, but just haven't necessarily been watching Jackie super close. Oh yeah, Kirsten did good the other day to start. You know what I mean? Like so, yeah. But I can't think of. I mean, what Skylar maybe a little bit like Skylar, Jackie, and then who? You know what I mean? That's an actual point guard.
Yeah, I know. The reason why I asked was because like she's probably not going to win most improved because I guess my logic was like, well, wait a minute. Like a player who was averaging like what 2 points, or whatever it was, 3 points with Connecticut, and like what, like 7 minutes or less, all of a sudden now has basically played every game for the Valkyries, started every game, right?
Let's go.
And if you're saying she's going to be like she's got a good shot at being on all defensive team, she is one of 3 like she has what the 3rd games this season behind only AT and Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
And if I recall correctly, she leads the league in most double-digit assist games without a single turnover for whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's pretty cool. All I'm trying to say is like, you would think someone who is basically doing it on both ends,
right, should deserve to be most improved player. Yeah,
I mean, I know she probably
that's the terms of MVP. So I mean,
like I don't know. It's like she's not gonna win. I don't think she will. But like, I hope she gets like real votes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope her name's at least on the ballot. You know, or the final ballot when they do the reveal. Because I mean, like, I think her season has been, you know, she carries herself with a lot of humility. You know, she's very, but you know, confidence but humble. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it should be recognized. So yeah. Before we wrap this up, well, we did talk about Kayla, which is really cool. Again, Michael, you said you wanted to talk about what has now become a trend because it's happened twice in Valkyries games, right? The fan interference.
Oh man, I'm not gonna get too much into it, but y'all, man, I know they probably ain't gonna listen to this, but I feel like it's people doing that on purpose. You know what I mean?
Yes, they're doing it on purpose.
I feel like that's a target. Like they're trying to. We already know what the symbolism is. You know what I mean? So it's just like y'all just stop that. If y'all not about the game, y'all not about what they about, the players that's playing this game, why are you even wasting your time? Like that's like, come on, bro. I'm not about to sit up here and be like, hey man, I don't like them drinking beer, so I'm about to go throw a bottle of liquor at a beer party, at a beer bash. Why they got all of they, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, you could be doing better stuff with your time, like taking care of yourself, your family, your kids, hanging out with your friends, bro. Like, it's too much going on in the world for y'all to be doing this. To be trying to I'm tired of the appropriation that's going on. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's trying to appropriate everybody. Oh, this should be that, and you should do like this. And no, do you. Just do you. Be the best you, and then we will love you for being the best you. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't hooping, but I'm talking about them, and we got people that love us talking about them. So, you know, that's what we do. But they hoop.
Crazy shit, you know? That happened this past week. Right? There was the neon green device.
It happened with Atlanta too, Brandon.
Yes.
Oh, well, Valkyries too. Valkyries too, though.
Right. Yeah. Then what was it? Literally, I believe it's the Sparks mascot literally got concussed by a cheerleader.
Yeah. That's wow. I didn't hear
then
about
there
that.
Was the hair incident in Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
You know, you know, I'm just saying a lot of random stuff, you know, happening.
It has been. And
these delay of games have been. I don't think you could. Nobody had that in the script. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so. I agree with that. And I mean, it's a good thing because any publicity really is good for the W. You know what I mean? Because they went from not having this level of just stupid discussions.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of like done shit happens in NBA games or NBA for our audience. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But like, it's just really clearly, I think this one tonight, I mean, obviously, like they're both premeditated. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't just like accidentally throw a sex device or sex toy.
Right.
You know, but what I'm saying is I feel like whoever did it tonight, you're just like trying to, you know, you're trying to play off the laughs from the Atlanta incident, you know, like no creativity.
And then the thing that's going to happen is when WNBA games start happening, they're going to do what? They're going to make every Tuesday.
Oh, shoot. Okay, so it's Tuesday?
Yeah.
I got to look it up. I can't remember. Basically, the trade deadline's next week.
Yeah. The WNBA trade deadline. It's the 7th, isn't it?
Oh, is this the 7th, Steve? I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's the 7th. Yeah, it was Thursday. Thank you. Yeah, Thursday, August 7th. So WNBA trade deadline. Now, obviously, again, with the nature of the WNBA salary cap, it's a hard cap, you know, it just makes it a little tougher to make kind of like big trades. It's not impossible, but, you know, in years past, we see kind of like moderate trades. Again, just because especially like the max contracts, they're hard to move, you know, because again, only 12 roster spots and everything. So even if you can make the money work, you need to have the open roster spots, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Yeah. As it pertains to the Valkyries. So as of this recording, Friday, August 1st, we're 14-13. We're in the 8th seed. We actually do have the head-to-head tiebreaker over Washington, right? So I mean, like, yeah,
would I make
we got
a
good
deal?
shot. We got a good shot. Yeah. So before we close out, do you think the Valkyries would make a deal? Because they definitely can make a deal. Remember, see, the Valkyries, unlike other teams, the Valkyries and the Mystics, actually, of the teams that are in the playoff hunt, they're in a weird situation, right? They have a plethora of open cap space, right? So it's just about moving players, right? And contracts. You see what I'm saying? Like, if they really, really wanted to, I'm saying, right? Like, they can take on a lopsided deal, right? They can send out a minimum and take back a mega max contract. Right. Other teams can't do that. And all I'm saying is, you know, I tweeted this out the other night. Like, I mean, they're not showing any signs of packing in the season.
Yeah.
If anything, they're only getting better despite being even more shorthanded. So what I'm saying is, like, do you, MJ, like, do you think, we know they can, do you think they should make a trade? And if so, what are you thinking? Either, like, not necessarily even a specific player, but like maybe a position of need, and then we can kind of fill in the blanks with actual names. But
I feel like it would have to be specific, and I can't think of a specific player like that fits what I've seen. I don't players or even two, they could never put super max, and they're probably going to want to pick with it. Then you still lose in the first round, likely, right? I mean, who's going to beat Nafisa and the Mystics?
Are you so? What
I'm
you
focusing on the youth. Yeah, I like the organic way that they've been going with vets that's plugged in around it. You know what I mean? Because Veronica is why this team has been going the way it is. I'm not saying KT wasn't; she was too. Monique too. It's the veteran players that have made the young players be able to make their mistakes but keep on going. You know what I mean? Whereas somebody might be benched right now. You know what I mean? If it was different, if they had the vets that could just step into that role more so immediately, it'd be like, okay, well, yeah, we're gonna bench you and just start with her. You know what I mean? She's gonna get it going, and then you come off the bench and try to fill in the gaps. So I wouldn't broke something that ain't. I wouldn't fix something that ain't broke. Basically, is what I'm saying. They're flirting with having a better record than a couple teams they probably shouldn't. You know what I mean?
See,
at least theoretically.
So now you're making an argument for why they should make a trade. Because see, that was my thing. They're currently the 8th seed. They could probably get as high as the 6th, maybe the 5th, if they string along. Like, they're winning like 4 out of every 5 games from here on out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at that point,
that's what I was thinking.
They can beat the teams likely going to be in the 3 or the 4 seed. Like, they have a good shot. I'm not saying a guarantee, but they can beat Seattle. They can beat Atlanta. They can beat Indiana. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but I think they feel more comfortable. I'm with you. The thing about the Valkyries is, obviously, we don't have any extra draft capital right now, right? If you had like an extra, like, you know, first round pick to dangle, like Seattle, right? Not that I'm saying they're going to make some big trade, they could, but they have like 3 first round picks in this next draft. If they really wanted to, they could, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, I don't think, I'm going to throw out a name that I've been kind of like, you know, kind of throwing out casually these last couple days.
I just don't think,
yeah, I don't think,
I don't think
the Valks can put together, I don't know. I don't think there's going to be a deal that both parties will agree to. But, like,
is it Seattle?
No, in Dallas. It's kind of funny. The reason why, like, for me, it's because I've never actually been particularly high on this player, but she, I think, would actually be a really.
Is he about to say what I think he's about to say? Come on.
Yeah.
Let's hear this.
Like, we're one of the few teams who actually need her and it can accommodate her salary. Arike Agumbwale.
What?
The problem is, yeah, I know. Really think about it. It's like a even higher end version of what I said about Kayla Charles today. Everyone talked about her warts in Dallas. right? And I was like, the irony is that everything that you just said she did badly in Dallas, she's probably going to be asked to do the same stuff for the Valkyries, but she's going to be in a different position, and the team around her are going to be positioned differently, where that stuff can actually, she can get away with that. Like Kayla Charles, that is. I think the same thing could be said about Enrique. You know what I'm saying? Like VB,
she got a ball.
See, again, I think again, now you're having to make me like defend someone I've never been particularly honestly, like I don't like the comparison comparing her and Jewel Lloyd. I think Jewel Lloyd is more of a ball stopper than Enrique. Enrique isn't, right? But Enrique needs time to actually break the defense down off the dribble. Right? But she doesn't need to do that the entirety of the shot clock, right? You just got to pick. Is it at the beginning or is it like with 10 seconds to go?
Right.
VB, she'll do it, but let's be real, right? She can't create enough to maximize it. What she can do, though, is get the ball to Enrique, right? Get her, right, like on the elbows, in the mid post, right where Enrique likes to go, get downhill and get something at the rim, you know? All I'm saying is, like, again, Kurt Miller got a first-round pick for Nalissa Smith. So shit, right? If that is like the baseline, you know, no, the Valkyries are not going to give up a first-round pick for Enrique. It's essentially a rental, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like, the idea of it definitely intrigues me. Like that's not only like, that's not just
Enrique.
Her. To be clear.
Enrique.
Yeah.
Okay, so who you sending out?
Anybody. Well, I mean, not anybody. I mean,
Enrique to the Valkyries. Oof, that'll go kind of crazy.
Again, we just need to send out a minimum contract. So, like, I don't even. Basically, it's not a rotation player. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Well, on the flip side, before we close, if I had to give you a player, you mentioned a team. I know they probably wouldn't get rid of her at this point because they probably are looking at her as the future. But it would be Dominique Malonga.
Oh no, hell no, they're not.
Why not?
No, they're not going to trade her.
No, oh no, they're not. I'm just saying, if you can have a fantasy trade and they were like, Mike, who do you want? We got her.
No, Dominique actually, Malonga, if I'm picking someone from Seattle, it's not Dom. I mean, I would love it, but one, I don't think it's realistic.
Who is it, Jordan?
No, I mean, realistically, they're not going to do it. Gabby.
Nah, they not.
And they're not going
it seems like she's obsessed with being in Seattle. Like she's not going nowhere. She'll go overseas and be like, "Yeah, I'm not playing this year," and then she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm playing this year."
I mean, like, really, the more I think about it, like Enrique is probably the only one I'd feel comfortable in that role, because I know a lot of other teams internally. I know they're like totally open to getting rid of their veteran, like, you know, on-ball scorers, right? Like they're kind of like scoring guards or scoring wings. Like I know I've talked to enough people that cover the Mystics, right? Like they would be happy to, not happy, but you're saying like be open to dealing Brittany Sykes. You know what I'm saying? Like those kind of like scorers, right? Someone who can just kind of create soft script off the dribble. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but again, I don't think there's a like second round pick. I think there's a lot of ambiguity as whether or not they're going to retain her, you know, past this season. Exactly. Right. That's why I'm like, dude, like, I don't know. Because again, like, it's just, I'm with you. Like, I've never particularly liked that style of play, but that's technically how the Valks play.
I mean, that's the way that they jack threes. Yeah. It's like, and then Enrique goes on heaters. So it's like if she's hitting, she's
they
on,
like to grind down possessions.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what that's when she thrives.
Yeah.
She thrives when she can actually like get you down and like, you know, grind the shot clock down, right? And get people off kilter. And that's why I'm like, well, dude, like, why not? Like, why not add that element? But again, I'm not giving up a first round pick for her. So that's why it's like, well, shit. Like, I don't think there's a deal to be made.
Yeah.
But that's the type of thing that would be kind of cool. Because then, like, again, you're getting her, let's say at the trade deadline, by next week, we're still a game or two above 500. Then you're still in position to climb the standings. If we don't make a move, and again, I'm totally cool not making a move, then I think we're just going to remain a 500-ish team, which is not a bad thing. But then we're either an 8 seed or we have the worst lottery odds. You see? That's where you kind of look at the hindsight game. It's like, well, shit, we're unlikely to get the first overall pick and we didn't get a playoff spot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like kind of like those. And again, you know, you don't live life in absolutes, but it's kind of interesting.
Okay. So now you got me looking forward to the trade deadline. Let's see.
I mean, that's I could see not for the Valks. I know some fans would love Dejanay Carrington. You know, it's only because, you know, obviously her name's been floated around. Yeah. I could see like one of the bigger contenders actually.
You seen that Dorka Uhas? Isn't she available?
No.
Who she's playing for right now?
No, she has reserved rights with the Minnesota Lynx.
Oh, reserve rights. Okay. Because I noticed
she just didn't play this year, or she didn't play in the WNBA. Okay. No, so no, she's not a free agent at all or anything like that. So no.
Do you think she would fit?
Absolutely. That's like crazy roster building right there. They were like cool. They were cool having Dorka. Well, I'm not cool with it, right? But like they were so prepared to allow Dorka to basically take this season off because they had Jessica Shepard, right? Just right there waiting to come back. Like, what the you know? That's like the Liberty. I don't think a lot of people understand who the Liberty have on reserve rights. It's fucking crazy, you know.
If they stay intact, they're gonna be a cheat code for a few years here.
Dallas has a couple great players. What's some really solid players? Right, Lou, right, Lou Sanchel, Awakir, you know. Now again, that's not really relevant for the trade deadline,
right?
But names though that I could see Dallas obviously moving some things. The Mystics, I mean, I don't know. Like, let's be real, right? Like they're veterans, Steph Dawson, Emily Engster, right? Like, I think the Mystics want to move them, but I don't think they don't have much trade value. Like, I don't. You know, when you're on a non-minimum contract and you're not exactly in your prime anymore, it's kind of hard to justify that, but we'll see. Obviously the big name being floated around. This would be interesting from the Valks perspective.
Who
is Aaliyah Edwards?
That's who I was gonna bring up actually.
Oh, please continue. Yeah. Go.
I was just gonna ask you that. Like, what did you think about Aaliyah Edwards?
I mean, again, it's going to take at least a first round pick.
Does she fit though? Do you think?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Obviously, she has to get healthy, which she has not been pretty much all year. At least if you believe the reports, right? You know, some people conspiracy theory, is she really hurt? Or are they kind of like, you know, load managing her before the deadline? You know, let's make sure, you know, she doesn't
get hurt.
Exactly. Yeah, get hurt or exacerbate a pre-existing injury. But I mean, I think this is where it's like, again, I mean, you'd probably feel more comfortable. Let's say, like, I don't know how many games we have until the deadline. I think the Valks play another 3 games. So we're 14 and 13.
Yeah, because they play Saturday.
Then we play 2 more. We play the
Sunday,
Aces back to back.
Or Monday, Tuesday?
Yeah. And I think we play one on Wednesday. So my point is,
probably Tuesday.
Let's say we win all 3, hypothetically. So now you're 17 and 13.
Good Lord.
Deadline, right? Then you're saying, like, wow, we're probably going to be a playoff team, which is at worst the 8th seed, which is pretty much the 8th overall pick, right? For the 8th seed, we're pretty much getting the 8th overall pick. Are you comfortable trading the 8th overall pick for Aaliyah Edwards? I think, in my opinion, the answer would be yes. I mean, just good, like my very, very early looking at
the draft,
my draft board.
Yeah,
Aaliyah Edwards, who's again only entering the 3rd year of her rookie deal, right, is a superior prospect or young player than anyone you're getting at number 8, in all likelihood.
Yeah,
the Valks could then justify that, you know, but again, is that going to satisfy Washington? Is that, is that a good, like?
I actually say yes to that.
I would. I mean, if I'm the Valks, I would. At that point, yes. Yes, I would.
She also is another one of those interwoven. You know how I'm saying about the interwoven thing. It seemed like all the players are interwoven from one to the next to the next. She would fit the. Not saying she will be them, but she will fit the Monique Billings kind of Kayla Thornton role. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
And
yes.
but I mean, even offensively, like when she gets going, like even with the kind of where they get their shots, not KT shooting threes, but
I don't know if it's just the injuries, because even before, like, I don't know. I think it's like I don't know if it was like a chicken and the egg thing. Ice will close. Like, she got hurt in training camp, so she basically missed a majority of training camp.
Yeah.
So obviously Kiki Iriafen got first team reps. Yeah. Edwards was cleared. She never really cracked the rotation.
Right.
So I don't know if that's like Sydney Johnson just kind of kept going with what he was comfortable with from
Shakira,
but even Shakira, I think 1 first-round pick is more than enough. And I'd probably give it this year. Because I'd want the 27 one.
Yes. This is the last year that I would give it up. I'm not giving up the picks after this. There's too many good players coming out. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I agree with you. I like what you're saying in terms of the role, because about like kind of doing like a facsimile of Monique Billings and what KT kind of gave the Valks. Because if you saw what Aaliyah Edwards was trending to be this year, she was actually supposed to be more of like a 3-4 than a 4-5. And it looked like it had so much potential. And shit, dude, hey, we talked about Natalie Nakase magic, man. She'll make it happen, man.
Yeah, it would fit perfectly with the Valkyries, I think. And she's not one of those big deal players yet, whereas like she comes in and then you got to create an orbit around her. She just can get plugged. You know what I mean? I know you said plug and play. You don't mean it in the sense of the word, and I know what you mean. Like, but she can, boom. That's her role. You know what I mean?
I think, like, I talked about this. I tweeted this earlier today about Ileana Rupert. I know we're like hitting up to 80 minutes now, but like,
let's close soon.
No, but like Ileana Rupert, even if Monique Billings wasn't out, I think Rupert's
would have a
role.
Yeah.
Is become even more important because she basically connects all the lineups, right? Her ability to serve as like a stretch 4 and 5, but to also be able to do stuff like in the paint and in the mid range, like she makes lineups with Letitia Emihir possible, right? She could play alongside Temi. She could make the 3 guard lineups work, and again, 3 guard lineups with the guards who aren't particularly good outside threats, right? Like Carla. Right. So I think.
Why you say it like that?
I was trying to like.
That sounds like some cartoon character. I can't think.
Yeah, I think Aaliyah Edwards would have that same effect, or I think she could potentially have that same effect with the Valkyries. I think she could actually be that piece that connects every lineup. Like she could actually have that type of impact, but more. We'll see. I don't know. I don't think that's fantasy land. I mean, her name's been in trade rumors. Right?
I've been throwing Aaliyah Edwards around, so I'm with it.
Well, I know a lot of people want to see her reunited in Dallas and everything like that, and there's merit to that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, again, right? If it's a first-round pick, like if you're Curtin Miller, it's like, well, let's be real, we're getting a lottery pick.
Yeah.
We're and in all likelihood, based on their current record, in all likelihood, it's going to be like a top 3 pick, not even a top 5, a top 3 pick.
Yeah.
Right. You're not trading that for Aaliyah Edwards. You know what I'm saying? At least not that she's not deserving, but again, right. And just timelines and everything like that of where your team is.
Yeah.
But if you're the Valks and you're
you know what's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, once you're out of the lottery, you don't get a lottery. You know exactly where your pick's going to be.
Dallas is getting easy.
Wait, what?
Dallas is getting easy for it. I believe it.
That
would be a WNBA story, just period, going forward.
I truly believe that if the Valks don't make the playoffs, even with the 5th best odds, they're going to get they'll move up in the draft to get AC Fud. That's what I still believe.
You think so? Okay.
I feel like if Kathy is going to rig it, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because she has to make up for the fact that we didn't get a lottery pick last year.
Well, we shall see. I hope so, because I just want to see more success.
Maybe a little fanfic. But no, I'm with you. I agree. So wait, for the record, you're saying that if Dallas has the #1 pick, they're taking AZ Fud?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
East meets West, right? We
endorse.
We endorse. Thank you. Yes, we endorsed AZ Fud to the Dallas Wings, right? And this is a Valks pod. There you go.
Yeah. All right. So we good? Yeah, okay.
We're good.
Because my eyes getting chinky out here, y'all. But shout out to Brandon, shout out to Dub, shout out to everybody that watched. Y'all come in here some more with y'all comments. I got a new little hookup, so I can do a little bit more. You know what I mean? I can make it pretty behind me. I can put your little comments up. We can interact more. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna also look to get this on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, all of that too. So make sure y'all tune in. Let your friends know, the B-ball heads. Subscribe and like on YouTube. And yeah, we'll see y'all next episode. Peace out.
Take care.